I don't believe in work-life balance. Here's why. Over the years, I've heard so many people talking about work-life balance, but I haven't even met one person who has truly mastered it. And I think that's because work-life balance is not possible. What is actually doable is work-life integration. Welcome back to Aligned and Flowing. Today, I want to chat about work-life balance, or rather, work-life integration. So, typical for me, I've been interested in this for a while now. So, I've read about it, watched videos, and listened to podcasts. But mostly, I've listened to so many friends and family members talk about work-life balance, or rather, vent about the lack of it. And I started to wonder, are we setting ourselves up for an impossible standard by aiming for work-life balance? Back in a time where we didn't have smartphones or the internet, I'm sure that work-life balance may have been possible to some extent. You could go to work and focus on your work, then go back home, unplug from work, and just spend time with family and friends. But now we are more connected than ever before. Our family and friends have access to us while we are at work, and our work has access to us literally everywhere. We are walking around with a smartphone attached to the palm of our hands. And in that context, is work-life balance actually possible? Balance, by definition, would require an equal amount of time and energy being directed at either work or life. But at any given point in time, either area would require more of our time, energy, and effort. So that perfect equilibrium will not be possible. The scales will always be tipped in one direction over the other. And if at all, you would have a continuously moving equilibrium. After the pandemic, there's been so much change to the way we work. Remote work is becoming more common than ever before, and employers are starting to see the benefits of hybrid and smart work arrangements as well as remote work. Companies and countries are looking into 4-day work weeks and policies where employees would be out of bounds after strict work hours. Personally, I think the success of these different arrangements would largely depend on the culture of the organization or the employer, and also the personality, competence, and level of interest in work of the employee. I started working in a 9-to-5 environment, and I certainly can see the benefits of that. The benefits of being around skilled senior staff members and being able to have access to their expertise when you're just starting out really helps for accelerated onboarding of new recruits. And that worked great when I was starting out. But now I prefer a more hybrid arrangement. And I think as we grow and evolve, our interests and the arrangement that work for us might evolve alongside us. And there's something else that really bothers me about this term work-life balance, and that's the fact that you are almost segregating work from life. But think about it, most of us are going to be spending a significant portion of our lives working. And these can even be our very best years that go into our work. So by implication, are you just saying that you want to work to go live your life? It's almost as if you're running away from work. And why do you want to spend your life running away from something that you're going to be spending a large amount of time doing? The most successful and fulfilled people I know are the ones who have mastered work-life integration or are working towards it. They are happy in their lives and they're good at their work because they've essentially become better at juggling the endlessly competing commitments that require our energy, time, and effort. So here's how you make work-life integration doable. It starts with acceptance. You accept that the different areas of your life, be it work, be it your relationships or your health, may require more or less of your time, energy, and effort at any given point in time. And with that acceptance, there is less resistance, and life always flows much better when you don't resist it. We all have limited amounts of time and energy and unlimited demands on both. This is where prioritization becomes important. Now, my brother has an interesting concept which he calls a multiple stakeholder meeting. He uses this when he encounters a problem to decide on the next right move. Now, I've started to apply it to prioritize my time and resources to make sure I have the most effective and efficient outcomes. Imagine a boardroom with a large table. You are chairing the meeting, and all these different areas of your life have a seat at the table, be it your work, your relationships with family and friends, your financial situation, your home, your spirituality, your health, and your visions for the future. And you take the views and feelings of all these different areas of your life in determining what you should prioritize on. With prioritization comes effective communication. If you're going to be prioritizing your work, your family and friends can be given a heads up. Similarly, if you want to allocate more time to your health or your relationships, you can communicate with your work teams so that they're aware of how you will deliver on your commitments. Another very important step is accountability. If you are going to be focusing on one area of your life at any given point in time, you need to then switch to the next. The point is that you make sure that all these different areas and aspects in life that are important to you are given time, energy, attention, and effort. It won't all be at the same time, but you ensure that you get to it. So this means that you don't always pick up work. If you pick up work at this point in time or for this period of time, next time you will switch to something else, be it your relationships or be it your health. So eventually this weaves into a more beautiful fabric of life where all these different areas of your life have been attended to and fulfilled for a more enriching life. Cliche as it sounds, you must find work that you love. See, if you love what you do and if you're good at it, it won't feel like work. And here's the secret. Every single person that I've met who has become ridiculously successful in their chosen careers are the people who love what they do. And that's what makes them exceptional at what they do, because they don't see it as a chore. Finding work you love is definitely that secret sauce for a successful career and a fulfilling life. At a time where so many people are suffering from anxiety and burnout and other physical diseases that stem from both, I believe that work-life integration is essential for intentional living. It's about weaving these different elements and areas of our life into a beautiful canvas that leads to a successful, peaceful, healthy, and joyful life. Life is eventually about living deeply aligned to your values and purpose. And when you do, it just tends to flow with a whole lot more peace, joy, and success. And I would love to hear your views and thoughts on work-life balance or work-life integration in the comment section. And I hope this helps. Until next time.